What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to another live stream. I got to change my thumbnail because Oscar's joining me now. I wasn't prepared for this, but I love it, man. It's glad to have you here. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing well. Thank you, Zach. No worries. You don't have to change the time. That's totally fine. I mean, I don't think people will want to click if they see me, to be honest with you. But no,
No,
you're fine. They like to see you.
just put you and a crow logo, and there we go. I mean, that's all we need, right?
Absolutely. I think you bought me. There you go. How you doing, everybody? Welcome.
Yeah, man. So, what's going on, Oscar? Where do you think the market's at? I mean, we did have Ethereum hit 1,800 today. That was a positive. That was a good sign. We haven't seen that in quite some time, right? We do know that looks like the government's going to continue to print money. Not so good. But where are you at right now? Where's your head at with this overall market?
Absolutely. Well, I mean, I think it's predictable a little bit. We wake up and the first thing we see is crypto pumping a little bit as we head into Wednesday, which is the CPI reading from July. And that's going to come at around 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. So, I mean, in my opinion, it can be another repeat of buy the rumor, sell the news. In this case, as crypto is heading into a nice 4-hour RSI overbought area. And then once the news come out, it could be a sell-off. Then the following day is the PPI production price index release. So this week could not be as significant maybe as 2 weeks ago when we got the reading from the Federal Reserve increasing the rates and also the GDP, but it still unpacks more news and more things that the government and institutions are going to use to make and pretty much change the volume for crypto. So I think it's going to be volatile, and I love that for day traders.
Definitely, yeah. Bitcoin did cross over 24K today. Ethereum over 1,800. It was earlier this morning, and then we kind of leveled off here a little bit, but still up in the last 24, up about 2% right now. Hanging out over $1 trillion. That's good to see because I did not like when we dipped below that. That was too low for the overall market cap. But welcome in everybody who's new too. This is the Clear Cryptos YouTube channel. A lot more coming involving Clear Cryptos too. It is getting closer. We don't have a definitive date. We don't want to do that because we don't have one yet, but you're going to want to be locked in. A lot of great things. In addition to the content you're seeing here, we're going to have a lot of in-depth analysis. We'll be bringing different people on from the traditional finance world as well as the cryptocurrency space. It's going to be a lot of fun. So glad I'm in it with you, Oscar. So,
of course.
Yes. So in terms of day trading, are there particular assets that you like that you have liked over the last 3 months or so, or are you just kind of seeing where the day goes and kind of find your opportunities after you wake up?
Absolutely. Well, I think you and I really love this one, which is ADA Cardano, because I've seen your videos and I know how passionate you are about Cardano. I was able to meet Charles Hoskinson. I took a picture with him. I mean, listening to the guy and understanding what input and output is, it's a behemoth of an opportunity for everybody. It kind of depends, right? I think if you're a beginner, you want to see your risk tolerance. You want to see if you are looking at 6-month day trader. 6-month trading period, week trading period, or I mean something like that. Because day trading, I think Cardano and anything in the top 10, they're not gonna move a lot. But when you're looking at possibly other different cryptos that are known for its volatile environment, I think we can see weekly trading or so. But I think what I like to do, everyone, is to go to the RSI on TradingView and check my 5 to 10 minutes. And as soon as we hit those RSI under value, oversold, then that's when you buy and they trade it. It's not that complicated, but it kind of requires you to look at the charts a lot. And I think some people don't really like to do that, because you're busy or so. It's just a lot of things going on. But here's one, which is, coin market cap. But if you go to TradingView, well, I do not see it here, but TradingView is another one. I think that's perfect for anyone who's looking at that with all the oscillators and indicators. That's what I look at. Personally, Bitcoin, Ethereum, every single time, guys, that you see Bitcoin and Ethereum at 4-hour undervalue and oversold, that's it. That's like your key to possibly start a position. Anything in the $500, $1,000 is secure, because not financial advice as always, right? But just understand that Bitcoin and Ethereum, these are the two most secure cryptocurrencies. I mean, people say that Bitcoin is not a crypto. The reason why is because Bitcoin is its own thing, right? And Ethereum and the rest are cryptos or altcoins. So that's just how powerful Bitcoin is. And I think you are not going wrong with either or. What about you, Zach? What's your take?
Yeah, definitely. Great stuff as always, man. And I lean on you a little bit when it comes to day trading. And I'm more of a long-term investor. I guess a little bit of a swing trader. I had some fun with Polygon recently when it was down near 50 cents, and it rose up to almost $1. I think it got to like 98 cents or something like that. So I made a little bit there, but I'm more of a long-term trader. I mean, I have Polygon for my long-term bag too. ApeCoin's another one that really swings hard. You and I, we had an interesting story about ApeCoin. We tried to get land in their metaverse. You want to tell the audience what happened there?
You want to share it so everybody knows a little bit?
Yeah. Let's tell them. I think it's a cool story.
Yeah, I mean, basically, everybody, I was already prepared for the Otherside NFT release that happened like about 3 months ago or so.
And all the days just
months ago, right? And that's how I really actually get to know Zach, call him and everything. That was pretty good. Yeah. But I was like, okay, I'm ready to buy the Otherside NFT because you have quotas, because you have different releases of the more than 100,000 lands, right? And I'm like, this is coming from Bored Ape Yacht Club. This is coming from Yuga Labs. They just bought CryptoPunks. They just bought Meatbits. Like, dude, we need to get on this. Anyway, we got the Ethereum. We got the ApeCoin. Thanks to Yuga Labs.
I was told, by the way. I listened to Oscar tell me. I'm like, I'm in, man. Let's do it.
It wasn't hard at all to sell you that one. But what happened, it was just an unbelievable gas war. And I couldn't buy it because people were putting from 1 to 5 Ethereum in just gas fees. There was just no way that I was able to get one. So yeah, that was the good that we were prepared, but bad because once I was there, like 7 p.m. something central, I submitted the Ethereum ticket or like the purchase, and I waited 2.5 hours and it did not fail the transaction. Mm-hmm. Welcome to crypto.
Yeah, I mean, great story, and it was a lot of fun. We tried to get in there, but ApeCoin's been one, man. What I like to do is I do look at RSI. I look at some very basic technical measurements, but honestly, I look more at news, and especially in a bear market, because you get these little rallies. Like Polygon had that big partnership with Disney, right?
Oh, yes.
And I knew that was kind of coming, and I did look at it, and I could tell that it was a little oversold when it got down to especially when it got down to like 38 cents. I wish I would have got it that low. But
actually, may I say something just really quick? People from my Discord just told me that Coke partnered with Polygon.
Another huge partnership. That's insane.
Coke and Polygon.
We'll have to find that.
We'll find it, because I mean, somebody on my Discord told me.
So there's something going on with Polygon, because all of the big companies, it's Disney, now Coke, and I'm missing stuff too. Let's see here. Coca-Cola makes its first anniversary in the metaverse with collectibles dropped on Polygon Network. Wow. It's dropped a design inspired by the bubbles inside a Coke bottle. So as well. Wow. Yeah, they just continue to get big partnerships like this. And this is what I was watching. And I said, man, this thing's below 50 cents right now. And I started loading it up a little bit. And actually, I bought it on Robinhood actually, but I used Robinhood to swing trade a little bit. I do like, it's gamified. It's fun. It's a good beginner's app. So yeah, I got some there and sold some and still holding on to some too. I got it around 55 cents, something like that. But this is big, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's just insane. I think one of the things that I get so excited, I mean, earlier today, late yesterday, we got the crypto.com, right? Just to mention the opening in South Korea, because they got 2 registration approvals, and that is huge. And those are the news that really make me shake, because that is the adoption that we need. And once we are heading into a bull market, Zach, all of the Bitcoins that you have, because you publicly said that you have like about 3 Bitcoins or so and some Ethereum, and I have some as well. And I think we're just going to see a revolution of everybody now coming back to crypto and watching videos and consuming content, and Clear Cryptos is going to be ready for that.
100%. Yeah, 100%. And this is going to be a one-stop shop too. If you're new to this channel, we're going to have a ton of different educational content, live streams, videos, but we're really trying to pull in that 95%, right? And we're going to have content for the 5% too. I mean, don't worry. We're going to have, especially with Oscar, going, deep diving into the charts, doing some TA, showing you different tools and things to use inside TradingView. But we also want to help the 95% of people not in crypto, and we want to make it easy. That's really the thing we want to do, and show them that it's not all doom and gloom, and it's not all a scam like you hear in the public, right? I mean, because I think that's one of the biggest issues, Oscar, is like people outside of crypto, they come into it with this negative mentality. They already say like, oh, crypto's just used to do all this terrible stuff, and it's not real. It's not. So they don't even dig because they already have that theme or that attitude to it based on what they hear and see.
Yeah, I think the way I see it, Zach, is they're not wrong in a way. Like, I mean, this is the thing I see. Also, we are in crypto, and people that are in crypto just realize how much hacks and exploits we've seen. Like, it's insane. And even from some, in quotes, protected websites and wallets. And so like Solana a week ago, then we got Ethereum and some CryptoPunks. Like, it's not easy to survive if you are not doing it right, if you're not following, like I would say, fundamental security protocols, right? Like protecting your wallet addresses, don't revealing anything, making sure that you unplug any so bad people don't trace you or so. Like, you have to stay aware, especially if somebody who is watching is a beginner. I think common things are like believing that if you have a crypto in a cryptocurrency exchange, that's your crypto. And remember, if you don't have the keys, then it's not your crypto. So things like that, we can all kind of get better at it. Or, oh yeah, I have it right here. Not a sponsorship, right? But I know a lot of people use this once. There you go, brother. You got it. Oh, that would be a good thumbnail, bro. I think, having your cold wallet just outside, keeping most of your crypto, especially if for some reason you got 10 Bitcoins or 100 Ethereum. I mean, I would be very smart to do that because I just have a really huge amount of money. Yeah. So, in all, absolutely, some people just come here bashing everybody and saying, look at that guy, I don't like him, and you start depleting all. Plus, people need to be accountable as well. If they lose money, it's nobody else's but their problem, right? So it's gonna be fun, and that's what Clear Cryptos and us, we're gonna be helping out with.
I think you're right, man. There's work to be done, certainly, and it's not all great right now. And it's an industry kind of going through a lot of growing pains. It's still early. It's still young. It's maturing. And I think, again, Clear Cryptos is perfectly situated right at, I believe, that turning point of cryptocurrency really becoming a big part of a lot of people's portfolios. And I think already the years we had in 2020, 2021, even if people aren't yet invested, it's still top of mind. They're a little bit closer, right, to investing in it. So I think Clear Cryptos is perfectly situated. I want to bring in Aaron, Luckside Crypto, too. He's backstage. So
there you go.
What's happening,
going, guys?
On the go, man.
What's up, Zach?
What's happening, dude?
Not much. It's another day living the dream, right? How about you guys?
That's it, man. That's it. Yeah, just hanging out and you kind of going over some of the top stories. And Oscar and I were talking about how we tried to get land in the Other Side metaverse, but it did not go as well as we planned because of gas fees. But
gas fees.
Yeah. So what's up, man? What are you thinking about in terms of the market? We saw Ethereum go up over 1,800 today. That's good stuff.
Yeah, that was very, very surprising. The market's looking really strong right now. I mean, I'm surprised. It seems like there's. Obviously we got some CPI data come in, and there's a lot of data that's going to be coming up here, and the market, I don't know if it's more so thinking that things are going to be positive and just kind of building that into the current pricing, or if the market is just ready, in fact, to start running.
It's a good point, man. I mean, because, we were talking about CPI a little bit there at the front end, and this last time, even though it did not come in as good as we had hoped, we saw like a brief sell-off, right, guys? And then it like quickly came back up. You wonder, to Aaron, to your point, is everything kind of priced in right now? Unless we get like thrown a curveball, right? Yeah. Somewhere something comes out in left field. Like, is this kind of where we're going to consolidate? Is this the bottom? That's the big question, right?
Right.
What do you think?
Let me say something, guys. I think that's a great thing that you're saying right now. And welcome, Lucky. Happy to see you, my man. I think a lot of us, we also have to, I guess, I don't know if the market already compounded what could happen with China and Taiwan. That's one. Then monkeypox, everybody. I hope that is just like something that is never going to put us in lockdowns, but that is one thing. And also earlier today, we got to fix, the Inflation Act, the bill that just passed, I believe a day ago or so. So it's printing more money to help inflation. In my opinion, all of those things can bring more the price of Bitcoin and Ethereum to lower levels. That, in my opinion, that will be amazing. So we can dollar cost average at a lower price. But I don't think that's enough to go lower than the previous low that we're seeing, which is 17,000 for Bitcoin and $800 for Ethereum. What do you think, Lucky?
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree. I mean, this is obviously not financial advice. I think we may have hit the depths of the bottom already. If we get down close to those levels again, it's possible. But I think at the time when that happened, there was so much shock going on at the time. We obviously had the war with Russia going on. We had inflation levels at all-time high. We had interest rates just soaring through the roof, and then, we had obviously the hacks and stuff going on as well. And there was just, I think, so much compounding and happening at one time that this question stands, would we have even gotten to those low levels in the first place had that not have happened?
That's a great point. I think you're right. And I think we had, not only outside of crypto, some of those black swan events that you mentioned there, but even inside, like with the Luna crash, with the whole Celsius debacle, the Voyager. Then everybody got scared that their money was on exchanges. There was a lot of threats inside crypto too. I think that probably kind of funneled in from the outside and all the economic downturn. But it feels like we're out of that. It feels like we're just kind of in this middle ground space where things are kind of barely moving, which I'm cool with. Like boring market, I'm okay with that at this point. Like totally cool.
Right. I think so, because it's just a time for us to load up. I think just the discussion is whether you buy it at 23 or 22 makes no difference. Like it's just $1,000. Like we're not talking about a 35 to 22, right? We have seen that drop. So 22 to 22 to 21 makes not much of a difference if you're really buying for the long term. And that's where you stand, Zach. And I really agree. Buying Bitcoin right now, a little bit of Satoshis, right? One by one, it's going to add up at the end of the day. And look at it, like MicroStrategy CEO, well, now I believe chairman, because he left the CEO position last week, as he announced. He has billions of dollars in losses not realized because he hasn't sold. So if he can withstand billions, can we withstand a couple thousands?
Crazy. I love that you said that. You didn't even know I was going there. I had this article though pulled up.
Look at that.
That was the perfect segue. It was like mind reading to a T, dude. By the way, everybody out there, thank you so much for popping in. Make sure you hit the like button, share this with a friend, subscribe to the channel. We're getting close to 1,000. We're going to pop up over 1,000 really soon, and this channel is going to take off. So you're going to want to be locked in. But I saw this story pop up. This is kind of a fun one. MicroStrategy has outperformed 97% of S&P 500 stocks since adopting the quote-unquote Bitcoin strategy in 2020. Pretty wild, actually. And a lot of people, I remember when he did that, Saylor, a lot of people flamed him for it, said it was the stupidest thing he could ever do. And well, there you go. 2 years removed, basically. He's done pretty well. And even with that, Oscar, to your point, he's down. Unrealized gains, but he's down a little bit now. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think And we've had, I believe, like a week ago, we had another bill passed helping the chips because Nvidia and what is it called, Intel, all of those companies require more production. And Taiwan, this is something, another article that I was reading. Taiwan is a great importer to the United States for chips. So of course Pelosi needed to go there, not only to, I don't know what kind of agenda they have, but to help chips come to the United States because they need it. We need it for many things, plus Bitcoin miners as well. So it's just the insiders things that is very important for the United States when it comes to Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. It's coming, and exciting.
Yeah, Luxide, do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, well, to the chip standpoint, I work at a Chevy dealership, so so I've seen the whole chip thing still playing out, and it amazes me that 90% of the world's economy is supplied by one or two chip manufacturers in Taiwan. It's actually quite incredible. But yeah, I mean, very much to say besides it.
Aaron, let me ask you this though, because I've heard this, and you might have a better kind of in on this than I do. So I heard this. I can't remember who told me, but I heard that one of the big things we're going to see over the next 2 to 3 years is kind of this big boom in manufacturing coming back to the U.S., and it's going to be all surrounded around chips. We're going to be seeing a lot of factories go up, and basically, I think what this, what the last 2 years is kind of show the U.S. is, hey, maybe we shouldn't be as reliant on some of these things that are the future, that are so important to a lot of things here when it comes to tech. So I wonder how that'll play out. I wonder, are you hearing that? Are you seeing that, like working in the car industry?
Yeah, actually, we've been hearing a lot about that. I know just General Motors, for example, they've already, I believe they've already started building a semiconductor manufacturing plant. It's either on the West Coast or it's down in Texas, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Don't quote me if I'm wrong, but yeah, I know that's been part of the discussion ever since last year when they started having the chip shortages. And like you said, I think everybody's been realizing, oh, hey, maybe we shouldn't be so dependent on this stuff overseas. And we have been seeing a lot of, new production plants built in the US, and that, it's not a bad thing. Obviously, manufacturing costs are one of the biggest issues right now with everything. Obviously, we've seen the cost of commodities go crazy high. I mean, we've seen vehicles, for example, that have been waiting to be produced, and then they're produced, and then the cost on them jumps up like $3,000 or $4,000. Yeah, which is insane.
Nuts. I want to pop into another story. This is pretty cool stuff. Do you guys watch Invest Answers? Great YouTuber in crypto.
I do.
Yeah. Phenomenal. Big data guy, big analytical guy. Yeah. So he had some fun with this BlackRock Coinbase partnership. And I actually did a video on this exact article this morning. I thought this was fascinating. So and of course makes for a great thumbnail, right? $773,000 per Bitcoin. Oh my gosh. So I'll kind of show you what he did here. But basically, I mean, long story short, BlackRock is going to allow a lot of institutions to come in. I heard that Coinbase Prime, they were in beta. I think they're still technically in beta, or they're just about to get out of it. They had 9,000 institutions just waiting, sitting there, ready to go. And that number will probably grow. So yeah, he had some fun with the numbers, and I'll scroll on down. I want to get your thoughts on that, and then I'll scroll on down and get some of the nitty gritty that is in the article. But thoughts on this big partnership, what it can mean for crypto long term. What do you guys think?
Let me go ahead and sure. Start with this one. I've been, throughout this time that I've been in crypto, this is exactly where I've seen the change, especially in the United States, but also now we're heading into international waters. I'm all for it. I think this is going to help people even get excited for the retirement accounts to, get some type of ETF and with Bitcoin or so. But I think having more institutions and having BlackRock, which from everything that I know, it's just a massive juggernaut of a lot of politics and insider things, and oftentimes not that good for people, because I've seen the entire conspiracies going on with BlackRock. But at the end of the day, they have a lot of money that they control so many different companies, and it's just millionaires heaven. But at the end of the day, if they're going to explore the cryptocurrency industry, once again, I'm not really concerned if we see a dip of 5% today or prior to the CPI data. Couldn't care. That's what I tweeted earlier today. Couldn't care. I'm just waiting for elections to be over 2022. Finally, gas prices coming to back, kind of normal prices, and inflation hopefully steady and then going back to 3%. We're gonna see on Wednesday what is going on, if it's going up or down. But this is just gonna add more to that. I will say repertoire of things that will propel Bitcoin to pass in $70,000-$80,000 2023 or so. In my opinion, 2022 is already cooked in quotes when it comes to growth, but we could see some surprises right there. But I love it.
Yeah, I love it too. Luxai, what are your thoughts on this big move by BlackRock?
Yeah, I mean, I think anytime you get a player that is that big into the system, I mean, the possibilities are endless. I mean, if I remember correctly, I think they manage $15 trillion their portfolio is.
Insane.
I mean, just imagine, that's so much economic energy. Just imagine if even, let's say, 10% of that was to, flow into the crypto market. Well,
yeah,
you have two and a half times the current valuation of all crypto. Yeah. I mean, that's huge. And not only that, but you get in this large player like BlackRock, right? Who's to say that all these other fish aren't going to start jumping in? I mean, I'm seeing stuff every day about, not just investment firms, but I saw this thing about, I believe Cardano. There is this Swiss bank that is allowing their clients to take advantage of ADA staking through them now. So, yep. I mean, it's the adoption, just how fast the adoption is happening during this period is just kind of surprising, because this would be a time when you think people would be scared, they'd be a little hesitant to get in, but it seems like a lot of the big money at this point is kind of making their move and getting their seat at the table.
It's great stuff. Yeah, 100%. And, when we look at the BlackRock story, so I got some of these specific numbers. This is insane. If BlackRock puts in 0.5, just 0.5, 0.5% of their assets, total assets under management into Bitcoin, using this is the multiplier that InvestAnswer, what's his name, Oscar? I always forget his name. I always just know him as James. That's it. Thank you. So James put together, one of his unbelievable, spreadsheets, right? So he says this would be a 21x into Bitcoin using it would 21x. This would impact the market cap by 1 trillion, just Bitcoin's market cap, which will add about 75,000 to Bitcoin's price, taking it to 98K and an ROI from today's price of 326%. This is just 0.5%. So then look at this when it goes to 1%. Okay, that would add about 2.1 trillion to the market, $150,000 to the price. That would take the price of Bitcoin to 173K. If they went 5%, maybe over time, maybe in the next 3 to 5 years, that could be possible. That would take the price of Bitcoin to 773,000 in the next 3 to 5 years. Pretty easily, quote unquote.
Incredible.
Insane, right? And that's just, if I'm reading this right, that's just Bitcoin.
Absolutely.
Yep. Right.
Zach, I just sent you in the private chat a quick link to a Twitter post if you want to take a look at it, because that helps everybody see how Bitcoin can grow even further compared to many different things, the S&P 500 and more. Take a look at that one, brother.
Awesome.
420 billion Bitcoin, Tesla 700 billion market capitalization, Amazon, Google, and that's the top 1.45 trillion.
Wow.
So you're saying 0.5% that will be back to 1 trillion, and then 1% that will be 2.1 trillion. So that will be Apple, brother.
That's insane. Yeah, just that. I mean, it's insane, right? And that's how, that's why when we say like we're early, it's not just lip service. Like we're not just saying it because it sounds good. Like we're saying it because this is what's coming, and this is what a lot of us. That's why we're here. This is why a lot of us are in it early, and we feel really good about long-term strategy That's awesome too, by the way. Thanks for sharing that.
That's cool.
That's insane. But yeah, man, I mean, I'm kind of speechless. What do you guys think about those numbers? I mean, it's wild, isn't it?
It's incredible.
I personally, I've done. I mean, if you go to TradingView and you use the Bitcoin logarithmic curves, you're gonna have three ranges: the green one, the yellow one, and the red one. And the green one right now, we're under the green one. So there's three. We're super undervalued right now. And even Benjamin Cohen, which is a guy that I respect a lot, a YouTuber. I mean, he does amazing TA for Cardano, Ethereum, Bitcoin.
Great stuff.
And he said in one of his latest tweets, Bitcoin is undervalued, and I agree. Basically, the first level of the green one, that's $40,000, and then to reach the yellow one, that's $70,000, and to reach bubble zone on the red one, that is $90,000 to $110,000. So we have to know that in the previous bull market in 2020 and 2021, we did not reach the red one. That wasn't the case for the 2017 bull run, which we reached the red zone. So if in this one we reach the red zone for the logarithmic curves for Bitcoin, easy 100K, 6 figures, and for Ethereum, easy 5 figures.
Is that why so many people had that 100K number that was thrown out so much last year? I mean, a lot of people, I think, nobody ever knows, right? Nobody has a crystal ball, but a lot of people said 100K, 100K, 100K. Was it like a psychological thing, or you think it was more, did the TA show that last year and we just didn't quite get there? What do you think, Oscar?
I think that when you start to see Bitcoin rally from $3,000 at the lowest point after the pandemic started, 2020 April, $3,000, then you see that rally all the way to $40,000 to $50,000. Human nature is gonna be, let's go to 100,000. But I'm sure by then a lot of people saw the tech, the TA. At this point right now, with everything that we've seen ever since the pandemic started, we are seeing $100,000 if Bitcoin reaches that red zone in the rainbow chart, and also in the TA with the logarithmic curves. So that's where we're heading. The thing is, we need to get rid of a lot of things to let crypto explode, and this, the article that you just mentioned from BlackRock, makes total sense.
No doubt. I want to get your guys' thoughts. And Oscar, I know a couple of yours, and Aaron, I know a couple of yours too, but some of your altcoins out there, just for the people out there listening that, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 that you're really bullish on, and maybe one that's kind of a flyer, one that not a lot of people talk about, but you in particular are bullish on. I'm always interested to ask this question. So many to pick from, right? Over 20,000 cryptos now. So, and you could go in a lot of different directions. So, Aaron, you want to start? What are a few? I know Hex is one.
Hex is going to be there for sure. I think there's a good chance for Hex to just obviously continue to explode. You got to wait for the bull run, right? As I've done a lot of my videos and stuff, as I've been growing my channel, obviously I've done a lot of research on a lot of different coins, and I think Shiba actually is gonna do some pretty big things. They've kind of kicked that meme coin narrative, and now there's so much development that they're going through, and obviously they're planning on launching their own chain and all this stuff, and so I think the Shiba is probably one to really watch out for.
I like that.
And then what's another one? I'll have to think about that.
Okay, all right, we'll circle back. Oscar, you can't pick Crow. That's a gimme.
All right. I knew you were gonna say something like that. It's fine. I do have 3 that I know these are great altcoins, and 2 that not many people are looking at around, which is totally fine. My first one, Algorand. Carbon neutral blockchain is gonna be the blockchain sponsor of the 2022 World Cup. Can you believe it?
Big time.
I went to Consensus 2022 in Austin, Texas. I saw the guys. I talked to them. Silvio Micali, founder of this project, Zero Knowledge Proof. Everything I love about this project. Yeah, the price looks like that. It was passing $2 in the bull run. I know this is not a scam, and I love Algorand. I still hold it. Heavily recommended it for you to do your own research. Number two, it's gonna be Cardano, and I'm not gonna go too much in depth, but I think many of us know why Cardano is just gonna be a monster. So Cardano is gonna be my second one. I think my third one, looking around, is going to be HNT. I like HNT, which is helium. I've been collecting and mining helium with my radio little employees, that I like to call it. I follow some YouTubers that are really good at explaining what HNT is, but basically it is a cryptocurrency that you earn by mining helium. You can buy it as well on crypto.com or any other exchange, but I like this one because you're allowing people to get money by mining and not using some expensive equipment, but just radio little devices, which is really good. It's going through some difficult times right now because they're now trying to adopt 5G. So going past in this bear market, I think we could see a nice explosion on helium. Now, here are the two. Well, I'm just gonna say one when it comes to not many people looking at it and considering this one, but guess which one is going to be? USDC. That one, it's a stable coin, right? It's right there. I love it. I think somebody was asking this question in a previous slide, but what if the big corporations are not making their own cryptocurrencies? And when it comes to stable coins, USDC is just a heaven for a lot of us that are trying to get paid in crypto, but we don't want the volatility. Stable coins, I think, are just an amazing value proposition for the cryptocurrency industry. I love it. The only sad thing that I don't like is the blockchain they run. It's an ERC20, which means that you're going to be paying a lot of fees compared to Binance Smart Chain or Tron. Now that I'm messing around with KuCoin or so, but I like USDC coin. I think it's great, and it's in the top 5. So a lot of people use it for DeFi and for APY.
That's great stuff, man. I'm gonna try to go a couple different. Of course, you took a couple of my favorites, Cardano. We didn't talk about Crow, but we kind of did. Algorand. I love that you mentioned that one. That one's an interesting one. It doesn't get a lot of love. It always kind of gets overlooked. But your guy too, Charles Hoskinson, has spoke very, very highly of Algorand too in the past.
Yeah, he was asking one of the videos, what do you think about Algorand? And he said they're just. He explained that Algorand is kind of using more user data, that their Cardano is more protected of that, or like they don't let it go to the public, something like that. I'll have to do more research, but the two of them are incredible.
All right, I'll throw one in there that wasn't mentioned. I'll throw in XRP. Of course, the big elephant in the room, the battle with the SEC. If they can somehow get through that, hopefully this year, probably looking like next year until it's actually hopefully done with. But of course they got the tech. They were the leader in the bull run of 2017. Mass adoption is waiting on the doorstep if they get past the SEC. But I'm going to go down the list a little bit here. I think this one's still in the top 100, barely hanging on, but I love this one, Gala. I think one of the big sectors that's yet to really blossom and boom, but I think it's coming, is gaming. And there are a lot of really good games out there, just singularly focused games that they're building, but it's hard to bet on one game. That's why I like Gala, because they've got like 8 or 9 right now in development. Their CEO comes from Zynga Games, who he created Farmville, he created Poker. In fact, it's actually right in this little blurb down here. I can pull down.
I love Farmville, man. That was good.
Yeah, Farmville, Mafia Wars, and Poker. These were highlights of his career at
Zach. That just shows we're telling everybody how old we are now.
Yeah,
I know.
Because we played them on Facebook.
Man, I'll tell you what, that game blew up though, didn't it? I mean, insane.
It did. It's huge.
But yeah, I mean, I think here's the thing. I'm not much of a gamer anymore. I used to be, but here's the thing. Gaming makes up like 3.4 billion people game or something like that. You're going to tell me that all these people gaming for 5-6 hours a day just because it's fun and they enjoy it and they get to escape reality for a little bit, they wouldn't do that and earn money too? I mean, it's a no-brainer, right? I mean, so I think Gala, they're building an ecosystem, and I want to bet on that because here's the thing. If they have 12 games out there and two of them are hits, it's a win. It's a win.
Mm.
And that's why I love Gala. Absolutely love Gala. And, went all the way up to 70 some cents, I think, in the bull run, in the last bull run. It's sitting at 6 cents. I mean, when this thing's dipping down 5 cents or lower, I've been adding all year in 2022. So I'm excited about that one.
Let's go.
Yep.
I got two.
All right, shoot.
I got two. So one, I've always liked this one. I don't know how successful it's going to be because now it's been, deemed a security by the SEC, and that's AmpCoin.
Oscar knows quite a bit about AMP too.
I was gonna say AMP as well, so that was my second one that a lot of people were looking at. AMP token.
Yes, AMP token. Thank you. So yeah, that was actually the very first coin that got me into crypto. Actually, the whole crypto pay rail thing is what really intrigued me, and I was like, okay, I actually see like a really good use case for this. And if you're not familiar with the team, the guy that founded AMP, he's a former rocket scientist from NASA. I mean, he's super smart, and they have tons of patents for the way that they do it. So they're the only ones that can do it that way, and it's genius.
100%.
But again, now I know
with
that.
him.
It's funny because
smart.
because before Clear Cryptos, I'm like, man, Oscar Ramos. I'm like, why does that sound familiar? I'm like, I swear I've seen some of his stuff somewhere. So if you talked pretty heavily about AMP before, then that's probably where you're from.
No, yeah, I mean, I think I'm talking. It's a project that what happened is just the following. Like it was, and that's one of the things that I haven't said too much, but AMP token, including other ones, these tokens exploded during Coinbase pumps during when they were listed. So it does make sense if Coinbase and the SEC want to look at them because of that, because they exploded and then everything was selling off. So probably huge manipulation. But when it comes to Flex and Network, they just released a new ad, which was great on YouTube. So I am bullish in this one, adding stock with Gala for long term, no problem.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now,
go ahead.
Oh, I was say now AMP I don't see as like a huge pump. It's not going to do your thousands of percent in a year. It's more of a slow growth because of the collateralization part of it. So, but the use case is always what kind of intrigued me. And there's staking and stuff like that. So.
No doubt, and it's just barely outside the top 100 now. I think that's a great pick. It's less than a cent now, which is great.
It's cheap.
Great opportunity.
It's very cheap.
There's another one I talked. It's kind of in the same realm with XRP. Have you guys heard about this one? Alchemy Pay.
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
Actually, direct competitor to AMP. Actually.
Yeah.
Oscar knows. I remember this battle, dude.
But I talked last year, dude. Like, I like him. I have him. I don't have Alchemy Pay anymore, but I have a lot of AMP. Yeah. Oh yeah, these are just super down that people are not looking at them, but I still like them, and it's just that story.
Actually, Alchemy Pay was the best trade that I ever made.
No way.
I bought it at what was it, 2.3 cents, and I sold it at 23 cents.
No way, you were one of those.
So basically,
so you caught it. That's awesome, dude.
I hit a 10x. It was awesome.
That thing went insane. I mean, look at this.
It did.
Late July, it was 0.001. And by August 5th last year, it was 15 cents.
Yep. The wick was actually so fast that you can't even see it on the chart. Basically, in one day, it went from, it was like 13 cents all the way up to 24 cents. And then it hit 24 and started going back down.
Yeah. I remember, Lucky.
And again, guess what started it? Coinbase listing.
Yep. That's another one.
Yep. Out of nowhere. And it was funny. I've actually talked to their CEO, John Tan, a couple of times. Really cool guy, by the way.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. I've talked to John a couple of times. And I remember asking him about the Coinbase thing. How about this? This is kind of a funny story. He never knew anything about it. Coinbase just
really.
I mean, like, isn't that bizarre? I mean, usually you would think like you're going through the ringer, you're talking to all these people, and then finally you get the word like, hey guys, we're going to get listed on Coinbase. He said, came as a total shock. They had no idea. They never sent paperwork in or anything. They just woke up one day and they were listed on Coinbase.
Interesting.
Pretty
Oh, wow.
crazy. I don't know if that was just because of like 2021 and how the market was moving. Maybe Coinbase did that more, but like you hear other stories from developers now, and it's like it's this really big strenuous process, and you got to go back and forth and have X amount of volume and all this stuff, right? So I don't know. I just thought that was fascinating. But okay.
And then
Alchemy Pay.
And then of course, Clear Cryptos.
Definitely. Now there's no chart to look at yet.
No.
But we were talking a little bit about this being a good time for a new project, and we see the kind of market shifting, and I think Clear is hitting it in stride at the perfect time. So I'm curious, what brought you guys in? What interested you? And I'll answer that question too. What was, like, if there was one thing, because I know we all can't divulge everything right here right now. We're going to be talking a lot about this, but there were a lot of things that I was like, wow, okay, that's going to be huge. That's going to be huge. What was the one thing that kind of drew you guys in?
For Clear Cryptos, I think it's going to be the education part of the aspect that, I mean, I don't want to go too in depth, right? But still, the expansion and all the news that we're gonna come and the partnerships and the board and all of that, I think that's really solidified for me. But the fact that big partners are coming in, and the opportunity that I'm gonna have, and everybody's gonna have, as far as telling everybody how to do crypto and how we started, I think it's going to be pretty cool and special. You don't see that too much in crypto, especially if you go to the Clear Cryptos YouTube channel, you see all of us there, right? Which is pretty cool. Haven't seen that. Usually it's like, I don't know if you watch Millennial Money, from the top 4 creators in stock market and crypto, Adam, then you have there's Andre, Graham, and then meet Kevin, which is great people, love him, of course, but now us as well. I think we have an opportunity to really change the crypto space, and let's go for it.
100%, man.
Yeah,
100%. How about you, Lux?
Yeah, I think a big part for me was how easy it's going to be for the end user, right? Because when I got into crypto, there was so much going on. I got in the height of everything, last year, early on, and I had no idea what the heck I was doing. I mean, I was all over the place. What the heck's a wallet? What's a decentralized wallet? I don't understand what that is. And that's a great thing, again, to talk to Oscar's point, the informational, part of it. There's so much content that's going to be out there and easily accessible for someone who wants to learn more and just make their crypto experience easier and smoother. And I mean, there's obviously a lot of tools and stuff around right now, but there's so many things that don't work well together, and they conflict each other, and it's a complicated mess for someone who doesn't understand the space. It needs to be more like for example, like the stock market is, right? There's stuff where everything's there, it's easy to use. The front end for the consumer is easy, and Clear Cryptos, I think, is going to do a good job of providing that for a space that very badly needs it.
Yeah, I agree with all of what you guys said, and I'll try to say something a little bit different, but I agree with the educational component. I agree with everything. But I'll say this. I think it's really hard to find good information out there in crypto, right? And it's really hard to trust the information you get. It's really hard to trust dev teams. I mean, Oscar and I were talking about this at the top. There are good people in crypto. Don't hear me wrong here. But there are some bad actors. And I think the biggest issue that we saw in the last couple of years are these bad actors are able to be bad actors over and over and over again. And that deters people from coming in. So I think what Clear really wants to do is clean a lot of that up through better data, better KYC measures, better information. And then you can know that your money is in a safe place. And I think that really gets at the big picture, make all of DeFi a safer place to be, so more people want to come in and join us. And so I think Clear is doing that, coupled with the educational component, the trading platform, and many other things we can't speak on just yet, but will. So It's going to be a ton of fun. I'm glad to be in it with you guys. I saw the new banner up there today. That's awesome. I'm just so looking forward to it, man. This is it's a fun time. It's going to be incredible, and I can't wait to just enjoy it with all of you guys and everybody in that picture. Somebody, Chris in the chat says, "Are you guys paid by Clear Cryptos?" No, Chris. None of us are being paid right now at all. We're here because we want to see DeFi grow, and we want to be a part of something special. We want to leave crypto a better place than we came into it as. So, anything else you guys want to add?
Just want to say that I sent to you via the private chat a tweet if you want to pull it out. So that's the best way to leave today. But basically, is Bitcoin, baby, Bitcoin. Don't forget about that one. And
I like it.
Take a look at that one for sure. That's what it is. That's what it is. 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. You see how XRP?
Oops, sorry about that. There we go.
There
top
it is.
Top 5 cryptos by market cap over the last 5 years. Look at that. How do we see this chart looking in 5 years' time?
Man, where'd XRP go? It just
SEC.
That's it too. All right. So before we end out the stream today, top 5. But here's the thing: no Tether, no USDC, no stable coins allowed. Top 5 by market cap. What do you want to say? By 2025?
2025?
2025.
How bold.
Or do you want to say this time next year? Which one would you rather? Does that change it?
Okay, this time next year, that's better because there's a lot of things going on.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to start. Bitcoin, Ethereum. We're going to have BNB, 3. And Cardano, 4. And that's the 5th one. That's a tough one because I don't think Solana, and I don't think okay, let's do it. Polygon.
Wow, I like it though. I like
because if by next year we have the merge and Ethereum is ballooning, Polygon, baby.
I like it.
There it is. Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, ADA, Polygon. Beat that.
I like it. I like it. And Polygon's not too far off. Aaron, what do you got?
All right. So actually, most of it's pretty much the same. So Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, BNB, and I'm okay. This might seem biased, but I'm going to say Hex. And wait, and there's
they're paying you.
No, pump it. No. The reason I say that is because most people obviously use CoinMarketCap, right? Well, the problem is CoinMarketCap can gatekeep coins on there. They can choose to keep coins off the front page if they choose to. Well, people don't know this, but when Hex was at its peak last year, it was actually the number 3 largest coin in all of crypto by market cap. It was, I think it was a 2x away from flipping Ethereum, and it was a 4 or 4.5x away from flipping Bitcoin. So,
which version of CoinMarketCap actually shows Hex? It's CoinViewCap, isn't it?
There's a couple different ones. I mean, it's ranked at 201. They basically have it locked in the 201 spot.
Okay.
Yeah, you can use like Nomics and stuff like that.
Okay. I mean, like so last year at its peak, it would be 3. Mm-hmm. It would have been 3.
It was number 3 in all of crypto. There was actually some times where they messed up, like their gatekeeping software must have been down that day. It would actually be sitting in the 3rd spot.
That's crazy. And so that's something else that Clear is going to do something about, by the way, guys. And I don't want to like single any of these companies out, but there is a lot of this pay to play model. So like, what's hot and what's trending and what's the actual market cap that shows up on these big websites. A lot of it isn't really fair. And I think Clear will help out in that regard too. You just made me think of, something else in terms of a utility for Clear and the platform. But all right, I like it. Wait a minute, real quick, before I get my 5, which logo is this? I should know this. What is this?
Is that Alchemix or no?
No.
Who was number 5 in 2018, and where are they now?
they're not in the top 5.
Let me see.
No. I mean, maybe. I mean, we might say this. It wasn't like Cosmos or no.
Diamond spaceship coin.
Seriously, I don't know who that is. Like this is Dodd, right? This one's Dodd in
Yeah.
2020.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's
Yeah, it's the only one I don't recognize.
So
Okay.
drop that in chat, guys. Which logo is that? Trivia question of the day. Who's in the top 5 at number 18?
EOS.
EOS. Okay.
EOS.
Okay. Got it. All right. Cool.
EOS network. Yeah.
That's right. They did have a big run back when XRP and yeah, that's right. 2017, 2018. Okay. So I'm gonna go
Send us off.
Bitcoin, Ethereum. Probably have to go BNB.
Yeah.
Then Cardano. I got to do something different.
So we're all pretty
Mhm.
uniform with those 4. It's whatever the 5th one's going to be that the
That's the,
the
tough
variation is.
That's the tough one. And you know what? It's kind of interesting because right in that range is when it starts getting kind of jumbled up, right? You take these out, take
Yep.
your stables out, and it kind of starts getting jumbled up. I want to say Solana, but man, they've just had so many issues.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying Polygon. I'm betting on the future of Ethereum.
I think I wouldn't be shocked if Dot's in there or Avalanche. I think they're both kind of young and just getting started. But I got to roll with my community. I'm going to say somehow,
I was going to say.
some way,
They're paying you.
Shiba Inu. I will.
Paid.
They are not. Shiba Inu was like just, hey, I'm going to talk about Shiba Inu today, and then oh my gosh, everybody cares. It's like, and I started covering it, man.
That's good.
But
hey, man, Shib, why not? Why not?
All righty.
Why not? Maybe Shib and Doge will merge. Then they could really do something. That would be cool. But hey, man, this has been fun. Luckside, I don't know if we lost you, bro. I know you're out in the car, but appreciate you joining us, man. You still there? There he is.
Yep, still here.
Appreciate you,
I
man.
got a phone call. It messed it all up.
No worries, dude. That was fun. Guys, appreciate you guys stopping by. Everybody in the chat enjoyed it. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Follow us over on Twitter. Hop into the Discord. Doing some cool stuff over in the Discord, too. That's where breaking news is going to happen. It's where you'll know about the early access to Clear Crypto's the actual token as well. So going to want to hop in over there. Oscar, Luckside, appreciate you guys. Any parting words you want to say to the people before we're
Thank
out?
you for watching, everybody. Thanks,
Yeah.
Zach. Luckside. Appreciated you all. Love you. And I'll see you in the next one.
Love it.
Thank you. We'll see you in the next one.
See you, everybody. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.